my name's Paul Arnold, sometimes known as the Stuttering Professor. I'm a strategic planner, facilitator, trainer, amongst other things. And I have read loads of books and I've summarised over 50 books. And what I've noticed is very often there's one core concept that gets filled out to 300 pages. So I want to try to save you a lot of time and to give you a very quick top line of a load of books. And I've got here 11 personal development books, you know, in the field of sort of management and things like that, which I think you may find of use. So let's start. Okay, so let's go here. Adapt. Why Success Always Starts with Failure by Tim Harford. And he talks about in the increasingly complex world we live in, we need constant adapting and accepting failure as part of the learning curve as the most effective way of solving complex issues. Matthew Syed's book called Bounce and the Science of Success, and really sort of, which we'll find it comes through quite a few other books, is Innate Talent is a Myth. Success comes from sustained, purposeful practice, and we'll hear that a bit later on as well. Another brilliant book, Crucial Conversations, Tools for Talking When the Stakes Are High by Kerry Patterson, Joseph Grenny, Ron Macmillan and Al Swisler. And it's a technique in how to hold those crucial conversations that many people avoid in a positive space when surrounded by highly charged emotions. Another must read. We then go on to Drive, the Surprising Truth About What Motivates Us by Dan Pink. And he's got a model which I call MAP, Mastery, Autonomy and Purpose are the three key drivers of motivation. Sorry, lots to cover that one. Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance by Angela Duckworth. And the idea of success stems from grit, a combination of passion, perseverance and purpose to push on through the setbacks that every single one of us has to deal with. This really is one of the all-time psychology classics, Mindset, The New Psychology of Success, How We Can Learn to Fulfill Our Potential by Carol Dweck. And the idea is we need to develop a growth mindset where we focus on on effort to achieve our goals rather than believing in innate talent. It's a theme that keeps coming up time and time again. Then Obliquity, Why Our Goals Are Best Achieved Indirectly by John Kay. And in this book, he talks about in the complex, dynamic environments we live in these days, we're better off to iterate towards a solution, constantly adapting to the changing environment rather than having a fixed strategy. The Chimp Paradox, the Mind Management Program for Confidence, Success and Happiness by Dr. Steve Peters, where he suggests to live happier and more successful lives, we need to better manage our inner chimp. In other words, the uncontrolled emotional child within us. And suggests to do this by one, nurturing and negotiating with the chimp, and two, recognizing the gremlins, our limiting belief. I personally have some doubts about that book, but that's because I'm a trained psychotherapist. Right, let's move on to The Outliers, The Stories of Successes by Malcolm Gladwell, where again the theme comes through: genius is overrated. Success is not about innate ability. It's combined with several key factors such as opportunity, meaningful hard work, and also the 10,000 hours concept where he talks about to gain mastery of something. The Power of Habit, Why We Do What We Do and How to Change by Charles Duhigg. And the book suggests a simple model to help us understand the forming and breaking of habits. So form good habits, break bad habits. The idea is around there's a cue, and there's a trigger, there is the routine, the pattern we get into, and then the reward that comes out of that. And therefore what we need to do is change to the cue, change the routine, change the reward. Last but not least, Think Again, The Power of Knowing What You Don't Know by Adam Grant, another brilliant book. This In this rapidly changing world, we need to develop the mindset of a scientist, testing hypotheses, letting go of old, unproven views, and being open to new ideas. Anyway, that's a very quick run through. I hope that helps.